Irish Potato Farming Secrets Step-by-Step Guide. Step number 6. Water management. That is the critical factor. These are sustainable techniques that increase yields by 55% while cutting costs by 40%. Understanding potato water requirements. Potatoes require consistent, adequate moisture throughout growth with total water needs of between 500 to 700 millimeters, depending on climate, variety, and growth period. For optimal production, making water management critical for both yield and quality. However, potatoes are extremely sensitive to both water stress, which reduces yields by between 30 to 60% through smaller and fewer tubers, and waterlogging, which causes root disease, tuber rots, and yield losses of between 40 to 70%, creating narrow management window requiring careful monitoring and control. Understanding growth stage-specific water requirements allows strategic irrigation, focusing resources when they matter most while avoiding overwatering during less critical periods. The most critical water period is from tuber irrigation initiation through bulking, approximately between 30 to 80 days after emergence, when plants need consistent soil moisture at between 60 to 80% of field capacity. Water stress during this window, even brief, of between 5 to 7 day dry periods, reduces tuber numbers. If stress occurs during initiation, or limits tuber size if stress occurs during bulking, creating irreversible yield losses. Conversely, excessive moisture during tuber maturation, that is final 2 to 3 weeks before harvest, can cause enlarged lenticles or breathing spores, increased disease susceptibility, and poor storage quality. Therefore, strategic water management maintains optimal moisture during critical mid-season growth while allowing modest soil drying during early vegetative growth is necessary, because this encourages deep rooting and late maturation, which improves tuber quality and facilitates harvest. Implementing effective irrigation and moisture conservation. For farmers with irrigation access, drip or furrow irrigation provides best results. Drip irrigation delivers water directly to root zones with between 85 to 95% efficiency, allows precise control of moisture levels, reduces foliar wetness, minimizing late blight and other diseases, and permits fertigation, that is fertilizer application through irrigation, providing nutrients with water. Initial investments of between $1,500 to $3,000 per hectare for drip system is sustainable but recovered. It is substantial but recovered within 2 to 3 seasons through water savings, yield improvements, and reduced disease costs. Furrow irrigation, running water along valleys between ridges provides simpler, lower-cost option, requiring only field leveling and water distribution systems, achieving between 60 to 75% efficiency with the proper management. Avoid overhead sprinkler irrigation, which creates wet foliage, promoting late blight unless no alternative exists. Shadow irrigation, maintaining soil moisture at between 60 to 80% of field capacity throughout critical mid-season period, applying approximately between 25 to 40 mm per week depending on evapotranspiration demand, and reducing to between 15 to 25 mm weekly during tuber maturation. Monitor soil moisture regularly using simple tools. Fill methods: dig between 15 to 20 cm deep in rich, squeezed soil. If it forms ball that crumbles when dropped, moisture is adequate. If it doesn't form ball, soil is too dry. If water drips, too wet. Or invest in soil moisture sensors or tensometers or electronic centers costing between $100 to $500, providing accurate quantitative data guiding decisions. Many farmers irrigate based on fixed schedules or guessing, resulting in over-irrigation that wastes water and promotes potato diseases, or under-irrigation, reducing yields. Systematically monitoring ensures optimal moisture. For rain-fed potato farming where irrigation isn't possible, moisture conservation becomes critical. Implement mulching, applying between 5 to 8 centimeters of organic mulch like grass, clippings, straws, leaves, and others between ridges after second healing, reducing evaporation by between 40 to 60% and moderating soil temperature while suppressing weed and adding organic matter as it decomposes. Ensure proper healing, creating raised beds that drain excessive rainfall, preventing waterlogging during wet periods, while capturing and holding water during dry periods. Select varieties with good drought tolerance. If your region experiences water stress, time planting to align with expected rainfall patterns, maximizing natural moisture availability during critical growth stages. Improve soil organic matter through composting, increasing water holding capacity by between 30 to 60%. Each 1% increase in organic matter increases water storage approximately 15,000 liters per hectare, providing natural resilience to dry periods. Irish potato farming secrets, step-by-step guide. Step number 7, harvest timing and post-harvest handling. Click on the link on the description below to watch this.